Yeah, ne? City World breakfast buffets are where we all eat. Book at cityworldhotels.com today. You can have one or the other. It's not something we at home do really. So when faced with a conundrum like
Ke tshwere video ya Ramaphosa.
Ke kenya eng radio kapa music
kapa what the best way is to help our clients thrive, traditional
okay.
Yemsana.
Ha?
Ya Ramaphosa.
Ngone unsendele ko
WhatsApp.
ya okay ke tla utlwela ge re eme sa mo.
Mosala, Usave. Kama wa edibile ka mo. Wa edibile. Kama Boksburg.
Okay, no ke shebe ko phone.
Yeah. Are boele morago Mosala.
Ya, re bela mra.
Ya go Usave, ya go Boksburg.
I think we princess.
Ito yung ko-princess ko po Mosala.
Msala.
Ko pinan. Okay, ko pinan. Okay. Yeah.
Abitlakhada abudana. Amajuda.
Retriever on my vehicle after I told them that they gave me a false approximate location. So they did a test and they didn't want to say where the location was where they received the frequency from. And eventually, as I spoke to one of their agents and even the chief executive, confirmed that they actually picked up a location, which was an approximation, and they picked up something far away from where the vehicle was, because I told them I've moved the vehicle, because I had another vehicle with them, and I thought they might be using that vehicle to try and trace this one. So I moved the vehicle to see if they'll be able to find it. And at the time they did the test, the vehicle was not with them. So they gave me a false result in terms of approximate location. And that's when we started researching that explanation of approximate location, and then they started hanging on to the dangers that come with activating the device on my vehicle. And another point, I signed a contract with them for checking services. And yes, it's an old device, but they said you are able to test it anytime, which means I took comfort in that every year I'll be able to test if this device works. And what they've done over the years, they've given me a certificate confirming that the device is in working order. But now recently when I called them for another vehicle and they didn't mention the vehicle that I'm complaining about, I realized that there's something wrong. It means this car does not exist on the tracker database. And then they said, no, it's because it's on another completely different database. But their agent, what they did when they realized that I was now asking questions, so how come you're not picking up this vehicle immediately? And they said, no, it's because it took time to get on another system. And then they tried to sell me another product right on the spot. So what makes me upset is that Tracker is not taking accountability here to say, this device is outdated, it's no longer working, you are compromised, can you please update your device and come and install something that's more recent. But I'm paying the same amount as people who are paying for the current technology that they're currently selling. So they don't want to take accountability to say, okay, no, our thing is not working anymore, because I have multiple reasons to believe that that device is not working anymore. From the research that I've done to say, okay, what is the lifespan of this device, checking devices? I went to two manufacturers. One is a Chinese one, another one is in another country, but they have supply in South Africa. And both of them, one of them even said, we don't produce that RX device anymore because it's old-fashioned and all that. But then they both agreed on the lifespan to say these checking devices, especially the old ones, the maximum lifespan of that is either 3 years max or up to 5 years. Nothing more than that.
Okay.
The one in my vehicle is 17 years old, has never been maintained or serviced. But Trevor keeps sending that certificate that says everything is in order without a location.
Okay, they answered that and said, well, it's taking power from the vehicle itself. So it's a very technical argument. But I think what it probably boils down to is an understanding or the description of tested functionality. And so there's the company having one thing in its mind and the consumer quite understandably having another thing. In other words, it's functioning properly. We are able to locate your car and then saying, well, you can't actually put that to the test until you have an actual emergency. So it's quite an odd situation for sure. How are you going to resolve this, Pindile? You don't know where your vehicle is, so you can't locate it in order to get that device removed and have a new technology put in, which would cost you most likely any more money. Where do you from here understand that?
Pindile, you have about 30 seconds to answer that question before we have to go to news.
That the contract I signed with Tracker has been breached. That's one. I have reported Tracker to consumer bodies, which has proven to not be useful because they just ignore the complaint or it's the wrong one. So I'm considering replacing the Tracker device, yes, but I'm not going to give up on fighting Tracker. They have to take accountability for putting me and my asset at risk all this year.
Thank you so much, Pindile. We will continue with Wendy Nola to wrap up this part of the discussion, and then we'll be taking your calls and your WhatsApps. It's just after 2:30. Sunday latest Eyewitnesses headlines. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Lebofile. Good afternoon. As the country grapples with stage 6 load shedding, several township business owners have told Eyewitness News they are struggling to sustain their operations. Eskom implemented the high-level power cuts yesterday, citing further breakdowns at its various power stations and aging infrastructure as the cause. Small business owners in Soweto say they are simply not coping with the added cost of fuel to keep their businesses open. Trade Union Federation COSATU has welcomed President Cyril Ramaphosa's decision to declare Tuesday, the 27th of December, a public holiday. Since Christmas falls on a Sunday this year, the following Monday will have to be declared a public holiday, but the Day of Goodwill is already a holiday. Ramaphosa announced this morning that South Africans will be granted the Christmas holiday on Tuesday, the 27th, to uphold relevant labor principles and practices. And in KwaZulu-Natal, EFF councillors in the eThekwini municipality have disrupted the council meeting in Durban, demanding for the mayor, Mxolisi Kaunda, to resign. The party says they are against the reopening of Durban beaches due to high levels of E. coli in addition to swimming pools and the beachfront being in a bad state. The EFF says the council meeting cannot continue without these issues being addressed. Those are the headlines. This Eyewitness News and more at 3 o'clock or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
In Amalgam, expect about a 20-minute delay. That's in and out of the Joburg CBD on Main Reef Road between Naswick Road and the M2, while in Ekurhuleni, Boksburg, traffic sluggish on Atlas Road approaching Northland Road. Benoni, there's also slow-moving traffic on Rangeview Road between Tom Jones and Duber Street. The traffic lights still not working in Sharon Green at Marumo Drive at the A1. So for me, Decided we'll have your next eyewitness news traffic update just after 3.
Bongani Bingwa, 702 breakfast.
As of midnight, we know 3 are out at Usave, 1 at Fluatflag,
I get there. I know one more.
There's no more money.
Yeah.
Why is it not getting better?
I can't go to
Shut down other generators and use the usable money which required. And until that is addressed, you will continue to have problems.
Because you're at Bongani Bingwa 69
on 702.
Experience the magic of Beethoven Symphony No. 9 performed by Zanzi National Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Marumo, one of the greatest conductors of her generation. This national tour in partnership with 702 will feature award-winning choirs and renowned soloists including Charles Riet. The symphony ends with the famous Ode to Joy chorus with themes of hope, joy, and unity. The concert takes place at the Lenda Auditorium on the 15th of December. Book tickets through Quicket.
Are you the ones going where we've been before? Or could we be destined to do so much more? Are you here to live up to our expectations? Or realize the dreams of our own generation? Will you follow the same path that will lead us to greatness? Or will we be the ones redefining what great is? We are too fierce and too brave to ignore. We are the ones we have been waiting for. BMW, be the next generation of joy.
Holidays booked and gift shopping done. Check. Kids ready for new school. Oh, honey, we forgot to find a school for the kids.
Relax. Nova Pioneer admissions are still open.
Private school?
Check.
Cambridge accredited?
Check. They have 10 campuses in and around Johannesburg. Also, if we pay our deposit before 16 December, we stand a chance to get a 25% discount off Term 1's tuition in 2023. And they have an open day on the 10th of December. Visit novapioneer.com for more details. T's and C's apply.
Usave ya Cospa.
Usave.
It's something Cospa.
Yeah?
It's something Cospa. Usave.
Usave. The Princess and
Getting things done to your trolley. Simply shop the world of Pick and Pay, the Mr. D-Way.
Cospa mo.
Ke princess e abuti ne?
In conversation
Ke
with
princess ene? Ya tama straight inside.
ABSA and Harambe Youth Employment Accelerator.
Yeah, so John, I just want to start off with saying that the target was actually 389, but we actually did 404, so we exceeded that target. You know, the hospitality sector, I mean, the competencies and behaviors of those people, you know, was very similar to the requirements within the GBS sector. The foundational competencies and behaviors included communication, customer service skills, and a minimum level of work readiness, which really positioned them, you know, for the global business services sector. And through this pilot, you know, the project innovated an alternative talent pipeline that was able to segue quickly into the global business service entry-level roles.
ABSA, that's African ABSA is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider. Coming up at 5:10.
The newsmaker of the day
With John Coleman.
702 Drivers from 3 to 6 p.m. hosted by John Coleman, who joins us in studio. John, what can we expect on your show today?
Good afternoon to everybody else. So,
maybe
by some NGOs looking at sexual abuse of young water polo players in a number of prominent South African schools. Bernadette Wicks has an update on that story. We're talking to Transnet. They've managed to cut the amount of material stolen from railway lines and railway tracks. 1,500 people arrested. The big question, though, that
I would want to ask them is, what's going to happen with prosecutions? They actually also use these arrests to maybe crack some of the syndicates involved. We'll talk about that after 3 as well. Speaking of investigations into illegal activities and corruption, the SIU has a fresh proclamation to try and get to the bottom of stuff going wrong at Eskom. Of course, they're not there to fix power plants, but maybe to find people who are contributing to the destruction.
Petrol at 350. 95.
Sure. Conservation and animal poaching. These would say that problem is most humans don't care about nature.
Free money.
December way. Reach the price.
Oh wow.
Unlikely music contributions were incredibly well put together. Maybe 2 people together who don't quite belong together, but maybe do. Give us your suggestions. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hear about those interesting, hypothetical, but probably could inspire a real collaboration. Johnny Martin in New York.
I like the sounds of that.
Roman knows her knowledge is your power.
All right, to Wendy Nola. So just to wrap up the conversation of the tracker situation, obviously with what Pindile has shared, what we want to leave the listeners with, and of course, we are going to start to open up the lines over 1330702 and the WhatsApp line 0727021702. So you can also get the questions to Wendy.
Okay, so what the point of their issue was that I'm pretty sure that a lot of people who are paying every month for tracking have to bus their car, especially ones that were installed a long time ago, they still have their cars. They need to ask questions about what technology is in their car and assess whether what that technology can actually do, whether they can pinpoint their car. What we really need to do in 2022, 23, and quite some years now, is to be able to have that location tracking outside of an emergency. Find out where our car is and know that, well, there are other reasons other than a theft or hijacking emergency, that it's good to know where your vehicle is, right? Or any number of them. And the point is that in 2022, you don't have to accept technology that requires you to be in an actual emergency before. You can either go onto an app and see for yourself or ask your tracking company of where your vehicle is at any particular time. And the new technology won't necessarily cost you more. In fact, in some cases, if you haven't been questioning your monthly tracking fee for a while, a good number of years, I'm almost positive that you could get a new device with the fashion tracking and the latest technology for less.
Sorry.
And what you're getting, what the technology is, and then you get a better deal for yourself, either within the same company or with a competitor.
All right, thank you so much, Wendy Nola. Lines are open, 011-883-0702. And I would ask kindly that you summarize your story as best as possible and also maybe just share with Wendy what the main issue is and what is the desired outcome so she can advise. So let's start with Ursula. Thank
you for taking my call.
I see no different.
With my vehicle, okay? And then there's Pepper-in, and we had about 3 months still left. And Pepper insisted actually that we need to pay the contract, to pay the contract.
Let's see,
Because I mean, we don't
They didn't
pick up.
You save. Okay.
You said it was Pelignani.
It's possible one. It's possible more one way. Yeah, the Usave is more one way young.
Okay.
that I pick up from about this traffic
Why is the route say
I can say jump on. Okay.
But if, as most people do, is you have the installation of the device for free and then you pay a monthly amount over usually a 3-year contract, right? Just as with a cell phone contract, you are part of what you're paying every month covers paying off the hard device, right? And you are committed then to that contract no matter what happens. So if, as if you lose your phone or get stolen and you don't replace it, you still got to pay MTN or Vodacom or Cell C in terms of the contract that you signed. And it's the same with a card. If you pay for it, if you've signed a tracking contract, and it's for all the companies, you're liable whether you sell the car, whether it's whatever happens to the car, that is your endeavor. It's got nothing to do with them. They either keep paying every month for the remaining months of that 3-year contract, and those people
You're not saying
like
I
this
keep
that
it
find it
like this,
very
yes,
unfair,
possible.
they try to use self-an analogy to say, it is a contract that
You're paying it off,
signed up for.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be in a contract, then you have to pay that device up front and then you can pay month to month for the tracking service only. Cancel with 30 days notice at any time with no penalty.
All right, thank you, Ursula, for bringing that up, Ursula and Eldorado Park, especially for those that are not aware.
And I should have said sorry Ursula, that happened. Is that a car crash?
I agree, you saved him.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's why I can reconnect to this
Yeah.
part.
That's one.
Hi, really good my call, Wendy. I'm calling
Calling Kiri reconnect to this part. Ay, Luna.
I'm still receiving calls.
I'm not a princess and.
Okay.
Eu fui tranqueiro.
Oh gosh, can you help me on that issue?
Yes. My main question is, do you have proof that you closed the account, that it was paid up and it was done?
I don't have anything. I don't have a card nor anything.
Keep hacking, Molan.
Ahora para
On that 2019,
Kibona
I got a call up.
enkariki ya
I went to
deliver.
the store and they checked and said, no, you don't owe
My bona
us because
Okay, bona ya.
an old account that I have.
So Rachel, did you close the account in the store?
Yes, I closed the account to the store.
Did they give you any receipt or document,
Okay.
anything at all?
Okay.
Yeah, by then I had a receipt, but now the rent change and my food all the different.
Oh, okay. Wendy?
Okay, so first tip is always demand that it say that the account is settled and closed. For some reason, companies are not so great at doing this. They'll take the final payment that you bring in the letter confirm. You must insist. I went through a stage a few years ago, I closed all my retail accounts. It's quite a battle, but I got all those letters. Occasionally something to happen, because you've got your proof. Never throw those letters away. Don't think it's over. You can get a call 7 years later. The other thing is, when did you said 4 years ago. Okay, so anyone tells you that somehow this debt, alleged debt, has been sold or whatever, what you need to do is say to anyone who contacts you about that debt, say this is this alleged debt, if it existed, which I dispute, has prescribed, and I'm not liable to pay it, either prove to me that I owe the debt and that it is not prescribed. In other words, that there's been some activity in the last 3 years, either paying installment or acknowledging it, or getting some summons, legal summons in respect of it. If they allege that the debt is yours and that it's not prescribed, they must prove it, otherwise they must close their file. That's all for you to do. And you're welcome to copy me in that email. That should take care of it. Otherwise, please email me, name the retailer, the collector, and I can try to get to the bottom of it. But I'm hoping that approach and prove it or go away works for you.
Oh, we look
so
on
much,
that.
Rachel and Ran Fontaine.
Mo ba
Sorry,
reksang
Nani,
nama
I see
ka
the
mo,
both of you. I see your WhatsApp messages. We'll be back after this.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or trade in your car online? Go to